Hi, I'm Andrea and welcome to Productive C#. In this video, I want to talk about the target-typed new expression introduced in C#9. Here I have a console application. As you can see, I'm creating an instance of a school class and I'm adding students into classes. I have the yellow class and the green class and a few students. The school class is saving the students by class and then printing them. And I have a student class that allows me to specify the name of the students. Let me run the code and see what the output look like. Name of the class and followed by the students. What I wanted to show you is how you can use the new feature to make this code slightly less verbose. With C#3, Microsoft introduced the var keyword, the local type inference, to be able to omit a type when you are creating a local variable. For example, here in line 4, I need to create an instance of a school class. As you can see, it's specifying school on both on the left and the right hand side. With a var keyword, you can just specify var on the left hand side and you need to specify the type only once. Microsoft did that and this feature has become widely popular. Now, Microsoft improved the type inference experience in the compiler, providing the ability to omit the type when you use a new expression. Only obviously in situation when the compiler is able to automatically understand the type from the context. For example, line 11, we are creating a students by class, a dictionary of string of list of students, and as you can see, we are repeating the type twice. We can't use var here because var is only allowed for local variable declaration. So for fields, we can't use this feature until C#9. With C#9, you can remove the type from the new expression and this code still compile. Now, when you create a field, you don't need to specify the actual type of the field because the type is already provided on the left-hand side. And this feature is also useful when you, for example, you want to create elements inside of a list. Here, we are creating two students for this yellow class, and student is repeated every single time when we know that this is a list of students. So with this feature, I can remove the type student from both of these lists. It's kind of obvious. This makes the code more compact. If I run it, as you can see, it still works. The code is still strongly typed. It's just the compiler that automatically infer the type from the context for you. So now the compiler is even more smart in understanding when you can omit a type. You can go even further if you want. For example, the compiler knows that the add class method is taking a list of students. So effectively, you could omit the type even for the list of students. But as all the good features, you can abuse them. So for example, by making this change, now it's not very clear when you look at this code, when you do add class, it's not very clear what you're actually adding. So it's up to you to decide how much of this feature you want to use, the same as var. So the same problem was present with var. In some situation, var might make the code less readable, arguable, of course, and the same for new keyword. However, Microsoft decided to add this feature for these common scenarios when you don't want to repeat a type multiple times. So it's up to you to use this feature in the right way to make your code more readable and less verbose. Finally, I wanted to show you that there is another possible way of using it, is when you want to throw an exception. If you do something like this, throw new, the compiler automatically is creating a new exception for you. You can specify it a message as well. For example, if I run it, I'm getting the unhandled system exception. I mean, you might not want to use this feature, but that's also there. So everywhere you can use the new expression, you can omit the type, and if the compiler can automatically detect the type, fine, it will compile. However, if you're in a situation where the compiler is not smart enough to figure out the type, the compiler will throw an error for you, will show an error, compilation error. And that's pretty much it for the feature. Very small feature, help you to write less verbose code. Thank you very much for listening.